I just showed this player, and this player the complete ebook to dominate an offense here in CFB 26. And since you clicked on this video, I'm going to do the same for you so long as you implement the 4 secrets I'm sharing with you in this video. First, I'm getting into practice. I'm going to show you how to set up the best money plays and route concepts, and then I'll hop into a live action game and run the scheme myself. You're not going to miss this one, so let's jump right into it. Before you even get in a game, you need to make sure you have the best offense settings equipped to give yourself the best chance to win. Let me show you the best ones to use right now. All right, so when we talk about the best offensive settings, all right, the first thing, this is pretty simple. You want to make sure you have auto base protection on base, all right? And the reason why that's the case is because you come out now in base protection every single play. Not only, so you need to make sure you're using base protection like 90% of plays. Only against certain custom stunts do you not want to use base protection, but you don't want to have to like hot route or audible to base protection on every play. Because if you know you're going to be running every play, just have it set before the play. Now you can just save time. But the main reason you want to do this is because if you don't use base protection, EA will half slide your offensive line on pass plays, right? They will randomly do it. So it might be one way on one play and then the other way on another play. So it's on random plays, they'll randomly slide your line. The problem that gets created with this though is if they shift their defensive line in one direction and then they're going to, blitz you like this, like a formation like this, where they're sending 4 guys off of the right side, but yet you're half sliding to the left, right? So obviously you're going to see 2 guys come in free right there. Even if I were to block my running back, he can only block 1. A guy came right through the A gap, which A gap pressure is like the scariest pressure. And then you're also able to see how this man is coming in free off the edge. So it's like, you don't want to let EA set your pass protection, because if you weren't paying attention, you just snapped the ball and they called that defense, then that's going to be a problem for you. Now they're just going to have easy pressure in the backfield. But by turning auto base protection on the base, now you're going to see how, we're going to have clean protection. Just look at this. Even if they were to blitz us, right, we would have clean protection. So against, 90% of defensive fronts, 90% of defensive formations, auto base protection being on base is really the best way to go. But the second setting that I want to highlight here is if you pause the game, come into your game options, all right, you come into placement and accuracy, you make sure you have your reticle speed on 8 out of 20. Pass lead increase, you can run this on small or you can run this on none. It really doesn't make that big of a difference here in this game. It's more important than adding, in my opinion, but I just have it on small, right? And so really the reason why you're going to use this is because you're trying to get the ball out in front of these receivers. You're able to see right there how that receiver, he doesn't have to turn his back to catch the ball, and he's able to catch it in stride for a huge gain, right? This is very important, right? If we go ahead and put them in a cover 2 defense, just so I can show you this, right? You want to, if you were to call like street corner flat, right? You want to be able to get this ball out in front of the receiver. That's what happens when you don't use freeform passing. There's also a chance that you sail the pass over the top of the receiver, and that's obviously going to be a huge problem for you. So if we go ahead and put them back into cover 2, and you're going to be able to see that time you get a green pass, that ball's out in front of the receiver, he doesn't have to turn his body, slow him down, and he's able to score a touchdown in that play. So those are really the 2 offensive settings that I wanted to highlight here. Making sure you have the right pass protection settings to be able to block for your quarterback, and then make sure you have freeform passing turned on so that you can get the ball out in front of the receiver, allow him to catch it in stride, and turn it into a big game. All right, so now that you understand the best offensive settings that you need to make sure you have a 1-play touchdown to take the top off the defense, scare them a little bit, and start to open up the underneath routes. Let me show you the best one that I know about right now. All right, so that play is going to be from gun Y off Giro close right here. We're going to come into motion PA cross switch. All right, we are going to put our running back on a streak route. We are going to put our X receiver on a drag. Now, the reason why I tell you guys to set it up like this is because you're going to be playing in a real game, right? So that if they give you a cover 3 look, there's a chance that you get shedded and you don't have the opportunity to throw your bomb over the top. So this is a 1-play touchdown against cover 3, but obviously if you get shedded, you're going to have to get rid of the ball. So obviously this is my video. I'm going to spy off the pass rush for the sake of showing the 1-play touchdown. But again, that's why you have the drag on the field, and you need to be ready to hit it if you notice that you're under significant pressure or there's a chance that you're not going to have time to throw the ball over the top, right? But again, that's not going to happen for me, so I'm just going to take the snap, and you're just going to notice how this RB receiver, look how he just gets behind that man. Now, obviously you would want to have a quarterback that can throw an accurate pass, but the simple fact that he's able to get behind him is a great opportunity for you to take advantage of, because you're able to see how, why does this even happen? Well, this man actually assumes that his outside third defender is taking away this shriek. These guys are looking at this route like it's a shriek, but it's kind of a weird shriek because it's going to bend off inside, and then you see how there's a miscommunication between these guys, and they just let this guy get right behind them for a big gain. So if we're going to set it up the same way, right, put your running back on the shriek, right? And I mean, this is a kind of an everything beater in a sense because it's going to work. I'm going to show you here in a second against other coverages because of your other routes. But against cover 3, you're just trying to take advantage of this RB receiver running this kind of weird little route right here. So you're going to see same thing where he's able to get behind that guy. We're going to lob it over the top. Can we get it there? And we overthrow it again. But it really just comes down to the fact that I have Oregon State's quarterback, right? You're playing cut. You have a 99 overall. You're playing dynasty. You have a good quarterback. All I'm doing is lobbing the ball. I really don't understand how he's missing these throws. But this is golden. Like, this play is golden just because you're able to, when do you ever see you're able to get behind an inside third defender? Super rare, and then you're just able to have a wide open touchdown. But now I'm going to show the play against another defense right here. So this time they're just going to drop into cover 2, and so now we're going to set. This time I'll actually have them rush us right here. So again, boom, we're going to take the snap, and honestly, you could just look right up the seam a lot of times to your running back. Now, when you catch the ball in open space, you understand how dangerous the speed boost can be, and so you're going to be able to take advantage of that. But if we go ahead and put them right back into cover 2, you're just going to go ahead and see same thing where you take the snap. And again, if you just want to hit your drag in the middle, I mean, you could just see how we pick up a first down on a simple drag route. So, really doesn't matter the coverage. They run man coverage, right? You're looking for your crosser, you're looking for your drag, right? They run cover 3, you're looking for your drag, or you're looking for your bomb. They run cover 2, you're looking for your crosser, your shriek, or your drag. So many options with a play like this, and that's why it's one of the best one-play touchdowns in the game, because it can also attack every single defense. All right, you never want to get too run happy or too pass happy. So let me show you a great play to mix in on the ground from duo. All right, so we're going to come into gun bunch, a strong offset here. All right, we're going to come into duo. Now, I'm just going to have them in random defense, and the reason for that is because when we take the snap, look at how dangerous this run is, right? We understand that the speed boost is a thing in this game, and we have a running back that has the ability to speed boost. So we're just going to take the snap and try to speed boost away from these guys. Now, it's a duo run, meaning we're going to get up there and double team this defensive tackle and try to allow for our ball carrier to get up to the second level of the defense, right? And so you're able to see that's exactly what happens. And so we're able to speed boost twice, dumb out the pursuit angles of these defenders, and you're going to be able to turn this into a big game, right? So if we take a look at the instant replay right here, we're going to see we do exactly that. 79 and 55 double team number 1. We were able to follow that block, get up to the second level, speed boost there to run faster, obviously. And then right as we approach number 13, we want to dumb out his pursuit angle by speed boosting, pressing left trigger, and aiming our stick in the correct direction. We see we dumb out his pursuit angle, and then we're able to turn that into an even bigger gain. So again, we're having them in a lot of random defenses here, but whoever your center decides to get up there and double team with, so whether it's a left guard or the right guard, that's the guy that you want to run behind, right? And so you're really just trying to read the play, right here I see, look at all that green grass. And so this is a play that honestly is going to be very hard for them to stop. You're certainly going to see me go to this a lot in our gameplay, just because, even like I said, you don't want to get too pass happy or run happy. Oregon State isn't exactly the greatest team ever, so you have to kind of play balance right here. Like, you have to run the ball, you have to pass the ball, right? You have to kind of do everything. But this is a very reliable run that, especially if they give you the look, right, we're going to be able to rip one off right here for like 15 yards. So it's pretty simple. It's a run play. I'm not going to spend too much more time on it, because if you're just understanding the concept, your linemen are going to double team the D tackle. You're going to follow behind that block. You're going to get up to the second level of the defense, and then you're just going to try to speed boost away from these guys, just like that. Great way to end the segment, and we're going to just be out of there for a huge gain. So that's duo, one of the best runs that you need to start using here from this Oregon State offensive playbook. All right, so if you've enjoyed those first 3 plays so far, if you're going to start using them in your next game, make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button. I break down college football 26 offensive tips and tricks just like this every single day, and you're not going to miss out on any of the content that I have to offer you. But if you want my entire Oregon State offensive ebook, which was recently updated, I encourage you to go down below to the link down below in the pinned comment and grab it today. You can use code YouTube to get 20% off. You're going to get the full screenshots, full write-ups, full video breakdowns of everything I have in that offensive ebook, and I guarantee it'll transform your offensive game. But let's jump right back into the video. All right, next I want to show you the best power play that you want to start using when the game's hanging in the balance. When the game's online, you don't really want to have to think about what plays you're calling. You just want to go out there and execute them. Let me show you one of the best ones to start using right now. All right, so we're gonna put them in random defense here, and we're just gonna be calling flood from gun bunch a strong offset. All right, this is a very valuable and very important play because you're going to see if we just simply put our running back on an in route. Like, look, you don't really want to have to be thinking about what coverage are they in, what play do I call, especially on like a 4th and 2, or even you can call this play in 4th and 8, because it doesn't matter. You're going to have guys open. It's just going to be about, can you make the read, right? So we're going to see right here, we see that there's no flat on that side, and so we're just going to hit our reads. Look, when I talk about the passing game, I preach to you guys the 1, 2, 3 read progression, right? Who's your first read? Honestly, your first read should probably be your check downs. Force them to come down, and that opens up the over-the-top bombs and stuff later in the game. So your drag, or excuse me, your in and your flat, then you probably just want to progress to your tight end or your backside dig, right? And so right here, we see that there's no flat on that one. Well, I guess he comes late, but we're still able to pick up like 6 yards on a simple in route. So with a play like this, you never want to take sacks, right? That's the main thing. When you call everything beaters, you want to be able to step up in the pocket, and someone should be open for you on every play. You understand that, and so you're just really focused on making the read. So cancel your drop back, and you're just going to be able to see how I'm just going to be able to throw that pass right there. Oh, drop it, wow. But that tight end is going to get open, your running back's going to get open, and so you're just trying to like step up right here and hit that backside dig. That's kind of an underrated area of the field to attack, because a lot of people's user is going to be flowing with the play. So in this case, flowing to the left to stop the flood concept, and then you hit the backside dig right behind their head. And then obviously, not to mention, right, a lot of people struggle to defend this area, right? I mean, that's a tackle supreme, right? But if you were to spin that guy out right before you caught the ball, you know, that would have been very good for you right here. We're just going to see our backside dig is going to be open there. And that's why freeform passing is important, because I just pressed B instead of freeforming it, and that's probably why he dropped that ball. But you notice how I haven't taken any sacks with this, right? So this time I'm just going to step up in the pocket, and I'm going to be able to hit my tight end over the top. So a play like this is one where you're certainly going to see me call it here in this gameplay, because it's able to beat every defense. It's very simple. Make the read. 1, 2, 3 read progression, and honestly, you honestly have a 4th pretty good read. You can always take off with your quarterback, but you're really just looking for your underneath routes, your backside dig, and your tight end against, regardless of the coverage that they run. All right, and before I jump into this gameplay, I want to remind you to go down below, hit that subscribe button. I break down tips and tricks, like I said, every single day here on CFP 26. You don't want to miss out on any of them, or it could be the reason your offense is still trash. But let's jump right into the gameplay. All right, so this is going to be a good challenge here for us, because he is actually going to be at home, which means we have this absolutely nauseating stadium pulse that we get to deal with here, and we get a delay game to start. And I don't know, I think I'm actually going to start. I mean, this is a real situation that would come up for you guys. I think I'm going to start this game trying to run the ball a little bit. Or maybe just call some stock plays, because this stadium pulse is really bad. Like, my guys, they really just can't understand anything I'm telling them. And so we're just going to have to probably just hit some stock plays here and see what we can do. But X is going to be open. Boom. This guy, I can tell, is really not that good. It's just going to be a challenge of us. Can we actually deal with this stadium pulse here early on in this game? But it's going to be 3rd and 1. I mean, we're just going to hand the ball off. No reason to do anything crazy here. We should be able to seal off the first level of the defense. Good job. All right, 1st down. So, I mean, like I said, this is going to be a good challenge here to deal with stadium pulse, but because it's not like we can really set up any of our bombs, right? Like, we just don't have, like, it's just too loud. We should be able to hit our drag here. Good. Good. All right. So, I mean, just trying to just be patient here. I mean, we are at a significant team disadvantage, and, you know, the stadium is rocking. So, two things kind of competing against each other here. I'm actually going to go right back to the drag, just because he doesn't really have an answer for this. This guy's probably just not even that good, but it's just kind of annoying that, I mean, it's just the reality of the game that we're playing here, is that, you know, stadium pulse is a problem, and simply that. I can't even audible. So it's that right now I can't even audible. So I might as well just come out and bunch a strong offset and really just hope for the best. But this is our money play, or our power play that I was telling you guys about earlier. We have it set up here. We're gonna step up in the pocket, but I'm just gonna take off. I probably could have hit my tight end on the corner route, but I kind of felt the pressure a little bit. He was shedding with his user because he's using the defensive lineman here. So felt the pressure, had to step up in the pocket. That's why pocket presence is so important. But here we're just gonna end up throwing our RPO. Yeah, we got blocks out there. Oh my gosh, BLT, that's such bad stick. I thought I could get out to the edge. 3rd and 1. This is probably where I take my shot. Go back to our same everything beater right here. No flat. Pick up easy yards, good. I mean, a lot of checkdowns here, but I mean, look at what we're playing against. A whole bunch of stadium posts, and they're not backing down in any sort of way, so we don't really have a choice here. Oh, we're gonna be able to get our playoff, though. We got the hot route that we wanted. A lot of giving up the underneath. I'll say that. He's dropping back pretty far. Like those curl flats, they're dropping back, and so they're kind of just giving us the opportunity to hit our route here. So we're just gonna go right back to the RPO though. I mean, our guys just aren't gonna block though. What are we doing, fellas? What are we blocking? All right, we're gonna go to duo here on 3rd and 1. See if we can seal off those defenders. I mean, yeah, we can just run forward right there. Best run of the day. I mean, we're getting close to touchdown territory, so no reason to really do anything spectacular. Keep going to the same stuff that's been working for us here. Hit our backside dig. Come on. I probably should have actually taken off just with my quarterback there. That was the first time I think he didn't use his. I had the window wide open, but I did see my backside dig. So always trying to play quarterback and throw the ball right. But we're just gonna run duo here. We have the lane. It's such bad run stick. Such bad run stick. I had it wide open too. We're gonna go right back to it though. If we're not able to, we have 2 pretty good RPOs. If we're not able to score right here on this play before the quarter, but like I had it wide open and I just bumped into freaking. He's gonna go goal line. All right, we're gonna take it to the quarter. See where we can go. All right, we got the audible off for our pure read wide flat. I mean, this should be pretty easy. I'll walk in. Oh wow, his man coverage defender almost started that. He got bumped. All right, good drive. Kind of a slow kind of check down worthy drive, but I mean, you're dealing with stadium pulse. I can't holler out anyone, so that was a good drive to be able to fend off the stadium pulse for sure. All right, so he's going to be in tackle over trips. Not really too sure what to expect out of this, but certainly have to be ready to stop the run. I mean, he has a whole bunch of crazy athletes, crazy players on this offense, and so, we're certainly going to have to do a good job. But we're just going to sit in a lot of our base defense, cover 3 cloud, try to switch sticks depending on what he's trying to do. Stop the run. Good. Good shed, honestly. Put him in a 3rd and long here. I don't really like blitzing here in this game. I actually just prefer to sit in coverage, so we're just gonna run cover 6 from 3-3 man. Move this guy outside. Probably just call a custom stunt on the left. Good D. Good D! Come on, baby. That's a book.
What is he running?
Oh, I thought he could.
He's supposed to run a fucking in route, bro.
With them. That's that map coverage, man. Great defense there. I mean, I wonder if the stadium's gonna be still rocking here. Let's go, baby. Nope. We have full freedom to do whatever we want. So we're going to go right to our money play. He's had no answer for this. Snap the ball. No flat on that side. Hit that, easy, you know, 12 yards there. All right, now we're going to move into that touchdown type of territory. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna go, no, I think I'm honestly just gonna go with RPO read wide flat right here. Hand the ball off. Ooh. Probably should just thrown it. I should just thrown it. What do we do here? Probably just go to dagger. I don't hate dagger in this situation. Just have to understand where we're trying to go with the ball. Did he go on a drag? I don't think he did. I should have just hit my return. I should just hit my return. All right. I mean, I would have a play here if we didn't have stadium poles. So, we're probably. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just kick our field goal. Just kind of bad play calls dealing with the stadium post there, but we'll take a 3 off of a stop. BLT, we can't give up a big run on the ground. Who even? Bo Jackson, bro? Who is this guy? He's a freshman too? That's crazy. All right, got to be ready to stop the run. Oh, I missed his shoot again. He scores 2 plays, 2 long runs. That's embarrassing, honestly. All right, not a whole lot of stadium poles here, which makes the way stadium poles works, in my opinion, makes no sense. But we just get shedded, so good defense. We're gonna go with no. Well, I was gonna audible. I guess they're not gonna let me. We're gonna go right back to it. With stadium poles being a thing, bro, I really don't have a whole lot. Like, I don't have access to any of my go-to plays, but I don't lose tackle battles, man. Come on. First down. I mean, I don't really see that guy. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not even really seeing that guy out of the backfield. But we're just gonna hit our man out of the backfield here. Speed boost. Oh my gosh, you do not want to run into Caleb Downs. I think we're just going to keep utilizing our running back. Like, I really don't think he has anything to be able to stop my running back out of the backfield. He's going to try to user it, but we have our tight end now in that seam. Good. Come on, we need a touchdown here. Really extend this lead before half, especially with no stadium posts being an issue. I think we're going to go with our bomb, especially if, like, we can actually get the hot routes off here. We're just going to look for our bomb over the top, put A on a shriek, him on a drag, see if he's going to run cover 3. Yeah, we got the look. Touchdown. Touchdown! Come on, BLT, let's go. It's that bomb.
Where are you, bro?
We're lasering, too. All right, now he doesn't have a whole lot of time here before half, but I'm not going to rule out his ability to run the football here. We're going to use this drag, and he's back. Pick the ball! Pick it off! Pick it off, bro. He's back. The 2 times I'm going to match coverage, he has no one open, bro. Come on. And he was throwing a book, too. I promise. All right, we just have to understand that we got to back off some of these guys. I just use her over the middle. Fine, give that up. Dig his bag. Zane's bag. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so... Wow. He just got screwed, though. That was open. That was going to be
Oh, my. I'm done, bro.
He's back. Like, no one's open. We run match. He's absolutely caged. We just have to make sure that we're able to contain the quarterback here.
He was 7-on-7 quarterback coaches. 7 years old, 8 years old now. So when they don't have
all right, 3rd and 10 here. He's going to go short motion, and he's going to call timeout. All right, 3rd and 10 here. Let's see what he wants to go to. We're just going to be in match. He's going to go short motion again. Boom. Oh my gosh, if we could just contain Julian Sane, brother. Surprised he's not going to use a timeout there, but that's fine for us. We just have to make sure we back off. I mean, he's bagged. I don't like this play from him. Fumble the ball, man. Fumble the ball. I'm not calling a timeout. Let's see. He will, though. He's absolutely caged when we go to match, bro. All these gimmick plays, like, just none of it's going to work. All right, he's going to go to normal Y off close here. We're just going to... All right, he's going to go to normal Y off close. We're just going to put QB contains in the field here, kind of rely on our switch stick. We're going to be in zone. Oh, he's just going to call forward. All right, that's underthrown, so that should be a breakup. All right, good. Good defense. Come on.
He's not going to drop that, bro.
All right, we're going to blitz him here. We don't want to give him all day to be able to throw these passes, so we're literally sending 6. And, yep, go get him. Perfect. Timeout us. He'll probably just punt anyway, but I'm going to force him to. Oh, it's a short kick. Fall on it. Oh my gosh. If we just would have fallen on the ball, I think we could have gotten a whole goal. All right, here's going to be his ball. Good half, though. All right, he should just go back to what was working for him, which was just this, Bo Jackson running the ball. But we got to have an answer for it, so we're going to come back into match coverage just because it's going to be cover 4 on the strong side, and that's a lot of times the side he's been running to. Although that time good. I mean, that was kind of a lucky, stop right there. But it brings up 3rd and long. So we'll see if he decides to pass the ball now. I mean, he's been absolutely clueless, passing the ball. He's going to go back to normal Y off close, which he's shown kind of a willingness to kind of throw the ball deep from this formation. But motion, we're fine. Boom. Spot. Bag. Bag. Drop. Good. Come on. Fourth down. No one's open, bro. I'm telling you, when he runs match, he's calling stock plays. No one gets open for him.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. Halftime, you know you're down. You're gonna create some energy.
All right, fourth down, 6 yards. We're dialing up the blitz. We're going overload 3 press. All right. We're gonna back off of you. Turn you outside. Boom. It's good team. Oh, BLT. I just need that to be guarded. Yo, we got after him so fast right there too. Oh, I just couldn't guard over the middle of the field. And we had 2 guys coming in free as well. All right, we'll just go back to cover 3 cloud though. That's frustrating. We got to make sure we contain Sane here. I think he's going to run the ball though. We got to set the edge. No, he's going to pass. We come down, stop that. He's bagged. Bro, why are we getting faked out by Julian? Can this dude actually run? Like, I think I had contains in the field that time, and we still just can't get this dude on the ground. All right, we're going to go back to match coverage here. Boom, he's bagged. If I could ever just get the quarterback. Throw that! Gosh. Oh, yo, contain the quarterback, bro. These dudes, these Oregon State linemen are just so bad compared to these Ohio State guys. Like, this dude, if I don't blitz him, he has all day to throw. And even when I put QB contains in the field, I'm still clueless. Good tackle.
So Price is one of the best running backs in the entire country. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. So much.
All right, 2nd and 4, kind of him approaching the red zone right here. He's gonna run duo. I mean, it's just so hard to shoot some of these runs, but he can just run anywhere. Like, he can just pick his gap. Every gap is open for him. But 1st and goal from the 4. I mean, we got to try to hold him to a field goal. I think he's just going to go probably power up here. Try to punch it in, you would imagine. Yeah, but I just don't have the shoot. Nah, good drive, I guess, by this guy. Got to keep pouring it on an offense, I guess. All right, as expected, the stadium is now rocking. He's gonna be in. Oh, let me speed boost, man. Yeah, so the stadium's rocking, so we're just gonna kind of rely on the ground game here, try to knock off the stadium pulse, kind of similar to what we did on our opening drive. Single mug, not the greatest run defense in the game. Unfortunately, my running back is kind of tired here, so he's not really getting the same type of speed boost that I want out of these handoffs. But we're gonna leave him in the game. Just keep pounding the rock. If he's just gonna stay in single mug, I mean, we're just gonna keep running the ball. There we go. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I mean, I'm literally just gonna keep calling inside zone until he has an answer to stop this. Because this particular defense that he's in is just, I mean, he just has one guy moving the A gap that's really not even doing anything. So And as I say that, he actually makes the play. All right, we're gonna take this to the fourth quarter. Try to ice this game on offense, though. All right, good. I mean, we're just so reliant on our back so far. I mean, like, even with this, because with this stadium pulse, it's like, dude, what can you even really go to? Like, you can't even hot route any of your receivers. And so it's really just, can we rely on our back to pick up some yards on his little curls, on his, run plays. Here we're going to go with an RPO, set up our blocks well. Ooh, I mean, Caleb Downs is such a game changer, man. He makes every single play. But now we're going to go right back to Flood here. I said we were going to try to ice this game on offense. I mean, if we get a touchdown here, that kind of pushes. I think this is touchdown or bust type of territory, though, for us. We're just going to hit our running back here. Good. Pick up 8 yards. I mean, this isn't really an opportunity where you have the chance to kind of chew the clock down. So, I mean, Hankerson has really been our MVP here today. Been pounding the rock with him. There we go. Speed boost BLT. Pick up some good yards. Good. Come on. I think I'm going to go right back to duo, though. I think he doesn't really have an answer for duo. If we can actually get the speed boost out of the handoff, I think he's going to be done for. Now, Hankerson is kind of tired, so probably not going to be able to speed boost. All right, pick up 8 yards. And now we're going to get him out of the game, though. Yep, we're going to put the backup in, and he should just be able to punch this in. We're going to go right back to RPO read wide flat, though. Y off trips. Yeah, we're just going to go right back to it. Try to hit our tight end here on this flat route. See if he has an answer for this. No, he does not. Not even close. Easy, man. Great offensive performance thus far. Come on, get one stop, ice this game, BLT. All right, so for him, down by 10 points, it doesn't really feel like he has the opportunity to do a whole... Get bombed, bro. Bro, I feel like there's nothing to really say. I just gotta back my guys up. We're just way slower than them. Like, look at the difference in our stat line, bro. Like, it's just, this guy stinks. That's literally his first dot of the game. He missed the extra point because he's a clown.
What?
I lose this game off an onside kick recovery, and I've done nothing wrong. Thank you. I guess I gotta go make the play with my user, bro. All right, come on. Let's pick up one first down, ice this game. There we go. There we go, man. Great job. All right, now we just gotta probably just pick up one more, and then we should be good. We're gonna get our boy back in this game. I mean, this guy just has. This is why I tell you guys, like, if you can't stop the run, no one's passing the ball on you. This guy's shown no ability to stop any run that I call an inside zone, outside zone, duo. Like, it's just lost out here. And so, of course, we're just going to keep pounding the rock. All right, now it's 2nd and 1. We're gonna turn that shoe clock on. We're gonna go single back. We're gonna go half back stretch. Like, this is what this is. You can't stop the run. No one's passing the ball. You know, we've hit some good dots thus far this game, but like, it's like, bro, this is just makes offense super easy. All right, wait till one of the play clocks, snap the ball, hand it off. Wide open running room, fall down. It's like, bro, it's just hard, man. It's hard when you can't stop the run. But we're gonna go right back to the ground game. Nicest game for good. And that's going to do it. GG's to this guy. Really, I mean, we just played way better than him. The score isn't even really indicative of how dominant we were in this game, but I'll see y'all in the outro. All right, so if you enjoyed any of those plays that I showed you, or you enjoyed watching me run them in that gameplay, and you're gonna take that scheme into your next game, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You don't wanna miss out on any of the offensive plays and ebooks that I drop here in this channel every single day. And if you want my entire Oregon State offensive ebook that dominated an offense, 95% completion percentage, you know, I was able to run the ball really well. For those of y'all that wanna do that, make sure you go down below in the link in the pinned comment, grab that ebook today. You can use code YouTube to get 20% off, and I can't wait to help you out on offense. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.